أحبك حبين، حب الهوى وحبا لأنك أهل لذاك، وأشتاق شوقين، شوقا نوى وشوقا لقرب الخطى من حماك. فأما الذي هو حب الهوى فمسرى الدموع لطول النواك. فأما الذي هو حب الهوى فمسرى الدموع لطول النواك. وأما اشتياقي لقرب الحمى فنار حياة خبت في ضياك. فلا الحمد في ذا ولا ذاك لي، ولكن لك الحمد في ذا وذاك. I'm Ghada AL-ABSY from Egypt. I'm a novelist, short story writer, singer, and I work as a physician. يا قلب استلقي بوداعة فيل هندي يتدحرج فوق غرين النيل، وتظاهر بالنوم، ودع ثقوبك تتسع كي تسمح بمرور الحياة إلى الداخل. استمتع مثله بالغفلة أمام مكائد صياد العاج، ناعما بحمام شمسي أخير قبل أن يفقد لحمه الأسمر للأبد. لا تلقي بالحجب فوق مسام الروح خشية هروبها، اتركها لتحلق خارج اللحم. اقتلع كخرطوم الفيل الشجاع شجرة المتعبة، لا ضير من اقتلاع شجرة قديمة أنهكها الموتى من أسفلها والطيور من أعلاها. The best thing to be a writer in Egypt is that multicultural aspects of life, and a lot of people sharing a lot of different folklores, but they speak the same language. So it's like a treasure. The best thing about my country is those kind, wonderful people visiting mosques and churches to seek cure from hatred, illness, sometimes the hopeless love. People in my country are feeling, have that kind of mystic feeling by nature. The worst thing to be a writer in Egypt is that the writer has to feel more. So he always have that kind of sympathy and inner suffering. Writers could see actually behind smiles a lot of pain, a lot of anger, bottled anger. Another problem is the publishing problem is in Egypt actually, and the political involvement and interaction of writers usually impact a lot of problems on their lives. the whole process is so amusing to me, but especially when you find a beginning, when you find the start of a novel or a book or a short story collection. I feel like I'm a detective that just found the thread to solve the case. So it's a great feeling, actually. And when you finish the novel, when you finish the writing, I think that it's the best feeling ever, because it's a feeling of creation. Another issue I like it so much about writing is recreation, which I call it my stopped work, or my not finished work. I keep them in a file, and I name them the file of the dead babies. So when I work on them once more, I feel that I gave them life. So the recreation is so amusing to me, and I usually never get rid of something I wrote and I'm not satisfied with it. I usually work on it, but after some time, maybe I can work much more better. I think the only and the logical work that the writer should do is to write. So this is the duty of writers. And serving people maybe in other aspect, like I believe that writers are like messengers, because they have something to say, something to tell to the people. So I think the public duty of the writer is should be reflected in his own work, by his own writing, not by having a lot of time outside the process itself. My country, actually, the best thing about publishing in the general or the national publishing houses in Egypt, they are few, but they are so effective, because the price of the book is so cheap that could be found easily and by everyone, and a lot of versions from the book could be found. I think this is the most important thing, to make the book available for the people and with good prices, because it's a really big problem in Egypt to from the other publishing houses, from the Arabic other publishing houses. The cost of the book is really expensive. Yeah, actually, the writer himself is not so much known in Egypt, and I feel bad about this. He is Abdel Hakim Asim. He is a novelist and short story writer. He hasn't much books, but he has a very important and so emotional, so wonderful novel. It's called أيام الإنسان السبعة, or The 7 Days of Man. It reflects a lot about the countryside life in Egypt, and the dervish aspect of the Egyptians in the countryside. Through 7 chapters, it looks like he lived it, and he was himself inside this novel. I work on my 4th novel, Kozika. It's about the life of the Tudor Tukhari Kozika, the first brewer who brought the craft beer to modern Egypt, of course. And I had a lot of support here in Iowa, because I really I was completely knew nothing about breweries or alcohol in general. So my friends here in Iowa took me to local breweries to be involved in the process itself, because I wanted to be closer to the process itself, how it's done, and the philosophy of the alcohol drinking. And so I had to do all of this without drinking, just smelling, inspired by my friends. Another book is A Tale of Two Cities of Iowa, A Tale of Two Cities of Literature, Iowa and Baghdad. I wrote an introduction to the book, and I'm really touched by visiting those two cities.